What's up, troopers? I've got a special video for you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing the Darth Revan helmet from Cybercraft. This thing is incredible. I love it. And I'm going to show you guys why in just a second. Ultimately, I think it's a great choice for any cosplayer, collector, fan, or even just a gift to a significant other. I guarantee you they will love it. And I'll share why I think so, in addition to sharing how it is priced compared to other competitors. But first, I want to share the wild story for how I got my hands on this. And this is my brother's, but I did have to go through the purchasing process. So this time last year, my brother and I decided that we wanted to go to Nashville to go to ICC CCon. I think that's how many C's that they have in it. And I wanted to get a helmet for it, and he wanted to get a helmet as well. And so I got the 501st weathered, and I've done a review on this. You can check this down below in the description. And the whole reason why I wanted to get these helmets was so that I could get the signatures. So I've got now D. Bradley Baker, Matt Lanter, Anna Graves, who's Duchess Satine. I got Obi-Wan Kenobi, James Arnold Taylor, Ashley Eckstein, and Sam Witwer. So this thing is now like in the shrine. I'm never wearing it again, except for in the house. And my brother got this one. But at the time, it was a little bit sketchy, and I'll tell you why. I believe at the time, Cybercraft was based out of Russia, or at least their payment processor was, because when I went to the site to purchase the helmets, I wasn't allowed to. This was right when the war in Russia was really hitting its peak, or just starting, and so everything was shut down. But I really wanted the helmets, and I wanted to make sure that we got it in time, because initially it was saying several weeks to being able to get it delivered, and I wanted to make sure we had it for the convention. And so I'm DMing some dude, Dimitri, on Instagram in the DMs, and he's saying, oh yeah, just hit PayPal and pay via this link. And I look at my brother and I'm like, should we do it? Should we not do it? Keep in mind, this is several $100s we're just sending to some guy at this time in Kazakhstan or whatever country he was in. Ultimately, I was like, whatever, sent it, and we got the helmets. The next day, Cybercraft does a buy two, get one free deal. And that's when I got my ARC Trooper Jesse helmet as well. That's also in my review of the Jesse and the 501st helmet. You can check that out down below in the description. But I was like, wow, out of nowhere, now we have 3 helmets. I kept the 2 Clone Trooper ones. My brother got this Revan one. I gotta say, this thing is so sick. It arrived, honestly, in 3 weeks, I want to say, and came in really nicely done packaging. You could tell that they took a lot of time to make sure that it was secure. You obviously had the fragile signs on the package, and it was a really fun experience opening it up out of this huge DXL or DHL box. And so obviously any fans of Knights of the Old Republic or Star Wars The Old Republic MMO is going to know who Darth Revan is. There's also the books. Those books are fantastic as well. But I think that this helmet just stands out in terms of how it looks, the design, the details, and this helmet is fully handmade. It's got a durable plastic for casting. It's definitely not suitable for motorcycling or airsoft. My brother and I have wanted to get into this, but it says on the website, don't use it for airsoft, and definitely don't use it for paintball. Not that you'd be that crazy. It's got a tinted visor with high visibility. If you put your head inside of it and look, it actually has really good visibility, and I was surprised by that. The professional paint job that it has is super high quality. They use the same materials that they do for car painting. And then it's got a really nice soft inner layer for comfortable wear. My brother and I wore our helmets for a majority of the convention. And part of the reason why was this really soft cloth that it has on the inside. And I thought it was just going to be plastic or some sort of uncomfortable stitching. I remember the really plastic Phase 1 clones that were being sold at like Target, and I thought it would be similar to that. It is not. It is like sitting inside of the comfiest couch you've ever been on, but for your head. It's got amazing detail, and it's very similar to what we saw with the remake art. So the new game that they are producing right now, it really looks a lot like that similar art. And so I think that that's where they got the inspiration for the specific coloration and design. In terms of size and weight, on the outside, the size of the helmet is about as close as possible to the original. And then on the inside, it's going to fit the head of an average adult with the head circumference of up to 63 centimeters. The helmet weight is about 2 kilograms. So we're looking at almost 5 pounds, which again, I thought was going to be much lighter. I always pictured a Revan helmet as some sort of massive iron helmet or massive iron mask, and this is not the case. So obviously I like this. One of the things I really like about it is that it pulls apart right here. So as you're pulling it apart, it makes it easier for you to put it on and off. And then as I mentioned, the vision, you might be able to kind of see it here. Yeah, you can kind of see it in that video, but the foam on the inside or the cloth that they use is incredibly comfortable. And so you might get a little bit hot wearing it, but you're not going to scratch up your face. You're not going to scratch up your beard. And the vision, as I mentioned, inside of the visor is also really good. It's got that tinted visor, so everything's a little bit darker, and you feel like the Dark Lord Revan or the Jedi Revan himself. And while I wouldn't say there's necessarily any cons to the actual product, I did expect Revan's mask to be a mask. So when I got a helmet, I was like, whoa, this is obviously not a mask. And I knew that when I was buying it, but I was just pictured in my head watching Revan take his mask off in Knights of the Old Republic, that it was just a mask that he had on his face. I don't know how it stood on. Maybe it was the Force, maybe it was some glue, but having it be a full-on helmet just kind of threw me for a loop. I also wish that there was a definitive design. If you go on Google and Google image Revan helmet, you're going to see a number of different designs, a number of different masks, and so there's no real like canon design for the helmet. Now let's dive into some of the competitors, people that I've seen online making this Revan helmet. You can have random people on Etsy 3D printing this, but I went with people who have kind of established products. So obviously you have Cybercraft. Right now this is retailing for $385, which is steep, but you do get a 20% off discount on your first order. And you could definitely put that in a con, as it is relatively pretty expensive, especially compared to things like the Black Series or these other Revan examples. Then you have Samoilovart, I believe that's how you say it, $275 for his Revan helmet, but it's not available. And then you have Wolfgar Props at $364. Although, again, I do think that the design for this one is better than those. And then as mentioned, you do have that 20% discount on the site to bring that price down a little bit lower and closer to $300. I don't have an affiliate link or a code. I make no money on this video. I just wanted to share it with y'all. I love this helmet. When I shared that I was going to do a review of it on YouTube, a lot of people were super excited and wanted to check this out. So I wanted to make sure and make this for you guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video review of the Darth Revan helmet. This thing is sweet. I'm gonna have to give it back to my brother, unfortunately, but I'm gonna try and get a workout video in it as well. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Darth Vader workout and my ARC Trooper Jesse workout, basically put on the helmets, do a workout in them, and then make it themed to the specific character. So definitely check out that. And if you wanna check out the 501st and the Jesse helmet reviews that I did, those are gonna be linked down below in the description as well, or you can click it right here. If you got any questions or comments, drop them down below in the comment section. If you like the content, be sure and hit that like and subscribe button as well. This is CT3939 signing out. I'll catch you on the next Trooper Transmission.